service cooperation in the year ahead. In this regard, Cambodia, as a chair of the 23rd ACCSM and host the Secretariat, has taken the initiative in collaboration with the ASEAN Secretariat to begin preparation for the development of the ACCSM and ACCSM Plus 3 Work Plan 2026 to 2030. To brief the meeting on this important matter, I would now like to invite the representative of the 23rd ACCSM Secretariat to present the proposed frameworks and process for development the new work plan. Secretariat, you have the floor.
Along with its funding request, received a referendum approval from the Committee of Permanent Representatives based in ASEAN headquarters of Secretariat on January 21st, 2025. This project is supported by the ASEAN Development Fund, ADF. Following this approval, the project commencement has been adjusted to February 2025. In addition, as part of the implementation of the project is required to hire a consultant for the development of the ACCSM and ACCSM Plus 3 work plans 2026-2030. As such, the ACCSM and the ASEAN Secretariat were working on developing the terms of reference or TOR for this recruitment, and following the consultation with the TOR, with AMS, each ASEAN member states, through email, and the TOR was finalized and concluded on February 2025. Subsequently, the TOR was advertised on the ASEAN website from March 3rd to March 21st, 2025. After this period, we received applications from 5 candidates and 1 company. The ACCSM and ASEAN Secretariat then conducted interviews with 2 shortlist candidates. After careful consideration, we selected the Variant Group as our consultant and already signed a special service agreement with them, as commonly known as the contract. Next slide, please. Actually, we chose the Variant Group due to the fact that their qualification, which is definitely aligned with our requirements. And in this regard, I would like to briefly report to you about the background of the Variant Group. Variant is a world-leading independent research, evidence evaluation and communications agency. Its headquarters is in London, UK, and it operates across multiple regions, including Europe, Asia Pacific, and the United States, with offices in countries like Beijing, Australia, New Zealand, and Singapore, among others. Variant combines expertise in human understanding with advanced technology and data science, connecting governments with citizens across the world, and conducts social research, public policy, program evaluation, and media analysis for governments as well as local communities, interest groups, trade unions, NGOs, and private sector organizations. The Variant Group that we already chose, there are 3 working people. The Variant team for the project of the development of the ACCSM work plan post 2025. As please be informed that ACCSM is guided by every 5-year work plan. So this project is really, really important for our cooperation in the post 2025. As I said earlier, there are 3 people. The first, Ms. Sandra Lim. She's the president of Variant Group in Southeast Asia, which is based in Singapore. Will be responsible for the governance in developing the new work plans. Second, Ms. Emily Salto, which is here with us through the Zoom conference. She will be manage day-to-day operation and leads the implementation of the project activities and facilitation. Third, Ms. Bin Watt will be responsible for project analysis and M&A of the work plans. Next slide, please. These are several points that we, the ACCSM Secretariat, and all of us expect from the consultant, in which they will deliver on us in order. The first point is desk review and analysis. We, according to the TOR, the consultant will conduct the desk review and analysis starting from the point of a comprehensive review of the ACCSM work plan 2021-2025, ACCSM plus 3 work plan 2021-2025 as well. Also conducting the analysis of results and midterm and final term reviews of the work plans and existing ASEAN frameworks related to civil service. Reviewing the ASEAN Community Vision 2045, and this document will be officially recognized altogether under the ASEAN Summit in Malaysia. And the ASCC post-2025 strategic plan, noting in it specifically the strategic nature with the ACCSM as its central body, and a relevant document to identify key priority areas and arrangement for the new work plans. And last, as part of the desk review, the consultant will conduct an overview of trends, challenges, opportunities, and issues pertaining to civil service in ASEAN region as well as the world situation today. Second, there are 2 consultation workshops, including the proposed methodology, agendas, session plans, and workshop materials, in which the consultant will deliver to us. And third, the draft of ACCSM plus 3 work plan 2026-2030, together with the M&A frameworks, following the previous format of the work plan, including overview of challenges, opportunities, trends, issues relevant to civil service in ASEAN, either strategic goals, indicated policy, priority initiatives, and M&A framework. Fourth, the consultant will summarize the records of each workshop as we planning to conduct the first workshop in July and the second workshop is in September. And fifth, based on the discussion among the AMS, the ASEAN Secretariat, and the plus 3 country or other relevant partners, the consultant will revise the draft, and we hopefully will get the revised draft output and make sure that it finalized officially, and we will go to the last point that we get our work plan. Next slide, please. This is the timeline for implementation. The variant group from 3 will conduct the desk renew from week 3 of May, this May, to the week 1 of July. I would like to recall the project details and share with you all that the development of ACCSM and ACCSM plus 3 work plans post-2025 will be conducted through 2 consultation workshops. The first workshop will offer the draft of the new work plans as well as explore the framework and thematic areas of ACCSM plus 3 work plan based on inputs and comments from AMS, the plus 3 country, and ASEAN Secretariat. For the second workshop, it will focus on operationalizing the new ACCSM and ACCSM plus 3 work plans by identifying projects and activity for inclusion, as well as evaluation approach or OME for the work plan. For workshop 1 is scheduled for July 9th and 10th, 2025, and workshop 2 will take place on September 17th and 18th, 2025. Following that, ACCSM adoption through the coordination of our colleagues from ASEAN Secretariat, the ACCSM soon will adopt a referendum on the consultation of draft output following the workshop 1, and after the workshop 2, there will be another ad referendum of consultation of revised output with the ACCSM song for endorsement, and thereafter a referendum consultation with heads of civil service meeting on the 23rd ACCSM for adoption, and last but not least, we will submit the new work plans and report for the notation by ASEAN leaders at ASEAN Summit in 2025. We hopefully that the projects are our plan for in developing the new work plans will be finalized before October, if there is no any changes. And the ACCSM Secretariat, as well as the Ministry of Civil Service as the host, we hope that you all get the information on save the dates through our emails on the both workshop, and the both workshops will be conducted in Phnom Penh, the capital city of Cambodia, and as such, the Ministry of Civil Service will send the invitation and its packet to all AMS, Timor-Leste, ASEAN Secretariat, including consultant, and the plus 3 countries, or maybe relevant partners for participation, and to ensure consistency and eliminate any gaps in understanding between workshop 1 and workshop 2. We hope that the AMS will send the same representative or to some ACCSM focal points to attend the 2 consultation workshops. And for the full implementation and continuity, we look forward to welcome all the delegation from the AMS, the plus 3 countries, the ASEAN Secretariat, and the consultant to Cambodia again in July and in September this year. Thank you. I would like to give the floor to Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Secretary, for your informative and forward-looking presentation. As the first workshop is approaching and it will be in July this year, so I hope that all of us here will join in this development process. This is a 5-year new plan for all of us. It's not work plan for Cambodia. It's not only work plan for Brunei. It's all of us. So I believe that we will join hands together in this development process. I would now like to open the floor for an exchange of views, and members are encouraged to provide their initial input or preliminary suggestion or priority that may be considered in shaping the new work plan. Your contribution will be valuable in ensuring that the upcoming work plan are inclusive, relevant, and responsive to the evolving needs of our civil service. Our secretariat team will take note on your contribution, and please feel free to indicate your interest by raising your hand if you would like to take the floor. Thank you. Yes, Thailand, please.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair. It means that for the first workshop, we had to select the specific area that we decide for our country to discuss in the first workshop.
Yes, for the process that the first workshop, we will sit together, think about the priority area that we need to work on together. We have I think there's several areas that we need to focus on, but let's see at that time we need to see what is the draft that the consultant they have made for us, and as a base for our discussion. And we have the second workshop as well. As after the first workshop, we have the second one that we can get more activity that each country think that would like to propose in the new work plan. But in this case, if you have any things that I would propose, that you can exchange your view on your preliminary or input for the work plan development process. Yeah, please, Malaysia.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you for the presentation on the proposed work plan 2026-2030. So for Malaysia, Malaysia is of the view that in developing the ACCSM work plan 2026-2030, from our point of view, that it is very important that we be mindful of emerging trends as well as their consequences and impacts on public services. Today we are living in a complex and dynamic world where there are mega trends such as digitalization and globalization that change our environment rapidly. So it is important that the ASEAN member states push forward for the improvement of public service delivery through regional collaboration and sharing of cutting-edge practices, unique expertise, and lessons learned. So as for Malaysia, we have identified initial programs or projects that would be that can cater for these the things that I've mentioned. For instance, for the future of, we are talking about artificial intelligence, public service values, foresight, and future thinking. So Malaysia is in the midst of drafting the early concept notes for this particular work plan, and we look forward to participating in the series of consultation, the 2 workshops that you have mentioned, scheduled for this year, and we would look forward to contributing ideas from other member states. Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you. Please, Indonesia.
Thank you, Chair. We have similar ideas with Malaysia that this plan must also address future challenges in civil service matters such as human resource and workforce development, efficiency, productivity, collaboration, cooperation, digital transformation and technology, leadership and management, and also the utilization of technology such as artificial intelligence. I think that kind of element should be addressed in that work plan. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Philippines.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just a concern because we noted that the timeline for the development and the approval of the work plan is a bit tight. We are looking at the second workshop happening in September and then having it approved by October of this year. Therefore, may we request advance information on the things that we need to prepare so that before the workshop, we can have these discussed at our in the levels that are required for approvals in our specific countries, so that when we come to the workshop, we will have a more, it would facilitate the discussion and the finalization of the workshop. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Philippines. We will take note of your concern and we will consider this. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. I think Singapore would like to thank Cambodia for taking the lead in developing these 2 workshops for us. It's important, it's timely. It then sets the stage for 2026 to 2030. I think similar to our Malaysian friends, I think the call is also to identify some very broad areas that will impact the public services going forward in terms of how we service and serve our citizens and our residents respectively. I note that there are some broad areas. We've started to think about them. For example, in the areas of public sector reform and transformation, leadership, and I heard earlier on this morning we talked a little bit about transformational leadership, and that's something new. Potentially HR practices, and maybe areas pertaining to service delivery. So those are areas that we are sort of thinking about and would be more than willing to sort of share going forward into the 2 workshops later this year. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, Thailand, please.
So I think we have common interest in technology utilization, especially AI, and also for the leadership. OCSC Thailand, we still as a role of enhancing the workforce capability. Leadership is one of our most interesting topic. And also nowadays we promote a sense of talent management. Is the one that we're concerned about that. Maybe we can put this input into the stage of discussion as well.
Thank you. Vietnam, please.
Vietnam would like to thank Cambodia as a host country for giving us a very clear roadmap for the next month to come, that we will sit together to discuss together and we will design the work plan for all of us, the AMS. And as a view of Vietnam, we also share the importance and also the area that we need to be more focused on from the Malaysia and Singaporean colleagues. As now the government of Vietnam, we are doing the transformation. As you may have known that our country stepped into the new era. So this is a very coincide with the ACCSM mechanism. So we will fight the most important and prioritize area. For Vietnam, we will be more interested in how to transform the public service into more entrepreneurship and develop in the new era of government. The leadership and the AI technology and to support for the economic development in terms of giving more the civil service and the public administration to be more of subordinate to support the economic and private economic sector. So we also hope that we will have a clear more discussion and we will finalize the work plan from our side. Thank you.
Thank you. In Lao, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For ACCSM Laos PDR, we also agree with our colleagues from Thailand that we should focus on AI technologies, digitalization, especially the leadership, and we are ready to support these two workshops. And looking forward to participate in this workshop. Thank you.
Thank you. Brunei, and after that, Myanmar. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. So I think first of all, we thank Cambodia for the information on the briefing on the development of the ACCSM and SM Plus 3 plans for 2020 to 2030. So as per our other Asian colleagues, we also comment on the importance of our public sector to be future ready in the work plan and must be look forward for the consultation meeting as well in July. For Brunei, we do have some tentative programs to be included in the work plan in the 2026-30, such as, for example, the team for the foundations for the future, which are talking about the critical thinking in the AI era for HR and operations, and SDG and leaderships, tech influency and leaderships, public service improvement, and as well as the team on public service transformation and leaderships. So we look forward for the next on the constitution meeting as well. So we thank Cambodia for the work plan at the moment. Yeah, thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. And Myanmar, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We are very interested Cambodia conducted two consultative workshop and ACCSM 2026 to 2030. Each ASEAN member state is designed their projects in line with the priority areas and thematic areas of ACCSM and ACCSM 30 Work Plan 2026-2030 to broaden the cooperation with ASEAN dialogue partners. Concrete strategies which can encourage dialogue partners and be involved by all focal points of each ACCSM and benefit for all members should be designed for all ASEAN member states. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So I so grateful for all the delegation from our ASEAN member state who provides the preliminary suggestion and input, especially the new initiative for this development of the work plan. So our secretariat and especially the variant group who also joined in this meeting will take note, and we will work together in July. So let's move on to the next agenda. For the open session with the Australian Public Service Commissions. I would take this opportunity to reaffirm the meetings that the Australian Public Service Commission has expressed interest in participating in the open session of our preparatory meeting this afternoon. And this was endorsed by our ACCSM ASEAN member state and also the ASEAN Secretariat. So as we continue and remain committed to strengthen the regional and international cooperation in the civil service matter, these sessions provide an opportunity to foster collaborations relationship between Australian Public Service Commission with the ASEAN member states. Australia has been a long-standing partner in public sector reform and innovation across the region. So in these sessions, we will learn more insights on several innovative initiatives relevant to our 23rd ACCSM theme, the innovations for better service delivery. In this regard, I have the pleasure to invite Ms. Luo Yasin, the Acting National Manager, Business and Customer Architecture Service Australia, to share with us her presentations. Ms. Yasin, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Am I coming in loud and clear to everybody in the room?
Yes, very clear.
Okay, wonderful. So, hello to all of you. We are joining you from cold and dark Canberra. It's 5:26 in the evening. It's already dark here. Obviously, we're just moving into our winter phase. It's about 11 degrees outside, so we definitely wish that we were there with you. I'd like to begin by thanking Your Excellency Secretary General Chu Boon Sochit for allowing Australia to join today. And I extend my thanks to the ACCSM Secretariat for all your efforts in organising this meeting. And we send our best to everybody in the room and delegates there. We'd also like to thank you for your continued support and assistance in coordinating our participation today. As you know, the Australian Public Service Commission is committed to strengthening our civil service governance structures, institutions and capability. We're really, really pleased to participate in this forum. I'm Christine Shannon, the head of our international branch here at the APSC, and I'll be speaking a little bit later. I know that you want to talk about the work plan. But before that, as you said, we are very pleased to have in the room today Ms. Luo Yasin, who's the Acting National Manager, Business and Customer Architecture for Services Australia. We've just been speaking about that. It's a really big role here in Australia. And also in the room is Emily Cliffworth from Services Australia and Title Limits. So thank you very much. And with that, I'll hand over to Luo Yasin.
Thank you. And thank you for the warm welcome and the invitation to present at today's event. Today, I would like to present on Services Australia's approach to improve the experiences of our customers. So it is a great pleasure to be able to share our experiences and insights with you. And I'd like to start by providing a brief overview of Services Australia. So Services Australia is a service delivery agency that delivers high quality services and payments on behalf of the Australian government. Our agency operates through three main programs, Centrelink, Medicare and Child Support. Okay, two slides here. So we provide access to welfare, health insurance, child support and other support services to eligible Australian citizens and residents. We also manage and operate MyGov, which provides a safe, secure and easy way for Australians to access digital services. To give you a little bit more context on the three programs I mentioned previously, Medicare is a publicly funded universal healthcare insurance scheme in Australia. Centrelink delivers income support and other payments to Australians on behalf of a number of government programs, and child support ensures that children receive an appropriate level of financial support from parents who are separated. For most Australians, their experience with the agency are their most direct interactions with the Australian government, as well as millions of Australians. Our customers include parents, older Australians, students, veterans, people with disability, people looking for work, and refugees. Many of the agency's customers may have vulnerabilities or be seeking support and assistance during a traumatic time. This could be including experiencing family and domestic violence, losing a partner, losing their income, or being impacted by a natural disaster. This is why it's very important for us to ensure that services we provide are customer-centric and meet the needs of our diverse customers. On the next slide, please. This slide provides you with a point-in-time snapshot of our customer base, the benefits paid out, calls and interactions handled, and transactions made by our digital platforms. So as you can see, it's fair to say Services Australia is a powerhouse of essential services and quite a large service delivery engine. Our vision in Services Australia is to make government simple so people can get on with their lives. We do this by making tangible improvements to the customer and staff experience. To achieve our vision and goal of becoming a world leader in government service delivery, the agency continues on its transformation and modernisation journey to establish the capacity, the structures and the capabilities necessary to sustain change. One of the important elements helping us towards achieving our vision is our customer strategy. As briefly mentioned, it is very important for us to focus on improving the experience of people interacting with our agency. This helps improve satisfaction and increase trust, empower both our customers and our staff, reduce pain points, and increase efficiency. When we first started developing our customer strategy, we asked ourselves a number of questions. How do we increase our customer centricity across the organisation? How do we define and understand the relationship between all our customers to deliver more value to them? And how do we create an aligned view across the organisation to shift from servicing in siloed channels or individual programs and deliver more connected experience across the agency? Thank you. As we tried to answer these questions, it became clear that we needed a unifying concept for how we understand and break down these ambitions. And this is where the Customer 360 model you see on the screen comes in. Customer 360 is the centre of our strategy, and we call it Customer 360 as it centres around the customers and their needs. You'll see in the middle we have customers, that's the Australian public. This model also recognises that we deliver services for third parties and other government partners. We also recognise that our staff play a very important role in delivering every customer interaction. And as we develop a future state, we must consider the experience of all of these customers. Now on the left-hand side, in the light grey, you will see some of our priority customer experience goals. This is not every goal we're hoping to achieve, but they're the ones that we have prioritised to improve our service delivery. They are things like accurate, high quality and timely services, services that are accessible and inclusive, ability for people to tell us once when they're going through major life events. And then on the right-hand side in the dark grey, we have highlighted some of the enabling capabilities we need to keep maturing and keep investing in to help us achieve those goals. Things like secure data sharing, AI and process automation, customer identity process management. So this model provides a systemic way of understanding our customer experience goals and the business enablers we need to focus on to achieve those goals. Again, not in the context of an individual program or an individual channel, but framed around those broader needs of our customers. We launched the strategy earlier this year, and since then our focus has been on having practical ways to embed the strategy across the organisation. We have identified 6 streams of work that we need to implement so we can bring the strategy to life. I won't go through all of them in detail, but there are things like improving how we connect and act on our customer insights to measure, monitor and improve our products and services, ensuring that the customer experience and what we're learning is influencing decision-making and investment decisions, working with our policy partners and policy agencies to co-design policies that meet the need of our customers, and of course focusing on building our workforce capabilities, processes and tools so we enable our staff to design customer-centric services. Now another approach we're taking to embedding the strategy is the life events approach. And by life event, we consider a life event any event occurs in a person's life where they experience a major change. Now that change can be planned, such as finishing school, or having a baby, or unplanned, such as losing their job or experiencing a natural disaster. The life events models have been successfully implemented in a number of other countries, such as Denmark and the UK, helping citizens to find the support they need when they need it. The life events model drives innovation by reframing what's traditionally a very government view of service delivery to one that's more aligned to the lives of our customers. So it helps Australians to find the support they need in a way that makes sense to them. It helps us reduce silos across government and coordinate relevant services, information and initiatives for greater impact. And ultimately, it helps us achieve better outcomes for people at key stages through their lives. Next one, please. Now, this is a conceptual sort of illustration that provides a demonstration for how connected services may improve people's experiences during rescue events. You have Greta, who is having a baby, and it follows those various stages of having a baby, from registering the birth of the child, to receiving relevant support, with a telesponse approach, to childcare arrangements when Greta's ready to return to work. It shows that when we understand the stages people go through and what they need from our government services, we can connect, provide the information they need when they need it, and connect services so they don't have to tell the story multiple times. While this is conceptual, it provides opportunities for where we have to innovatively work together to engage with people, with community, to understand their needs and help inform the service design. I just wanted to show this slide. Can't read it, but I wanted to show what a life event journey would look like. So when we try to understand what the journey looks like, we will map out all the different stages people go through, the services they access. We're trying to understand what are the pain points they're facing when interacting with government. And this helps us see where there's gaps in our servicing, or maybe where there's some duplications we can simplify. So taking this approach really helps us understand things from the customer's perspective rather than how government is organised. Now, in Services Australia, we are leading a whole of government life events program. We are working quite closely, collaborating and engaging across state and federal government. We are developing practical tools and guidance to help agencies deliver and implement the life event approach, and we're always advocating for a focus on human-centered design to ensure that users are part of the design process and ensuring that it meets their needs. And the final thing I wanted to touch on today is MyGov. MyGov is an online platform that provides access to a range of government services in Australia. Services that can be linked to people's MyGov accounts. This includes Medicare, Centrelink, and the Australian Taxation Office. There has been more than 4.5 million downloads and registrations of the mobile app since December 2022. So this is one of the most downloaded and used apps in Australia. The evolution of MyGov has been instrumental in facilitating public health initiatives such as the digital vaccination certificates. And we have implemented passport integration that has enhanced our security in user convenience. Now, MyGov offers users the ability to use a secure inbox to receive messages from government services, keeping them informed. They can track payments and claims efficiently. and they have access to information about government services and payments that are specific to their needs and their market base. Now, MyGov stands as a universally recognised and trusted brand throughout Australia. The majority of Australians have a MyGov account with 27 million linked and active accounts connecting to the 18 member services. So just wanted to share some facts here with you. In 2024, MyGov achieved a 99.9% service availability rate. On average, we have daily 860,000 daily MyGov signings, and during our peaks, we've had over 3 million signings in a single day. And I wanted to cover some significant innovation milestones for MyGov since we launched it back in 2013. In 2020, we saw a surge in MyGov usage during COVID-19 pandemic, highlighting its critical role to the system. In 2021, we saw the introduction of digital vaccination certificates. In 2022, we launched the MyGov app, the mobile app, featuring a digital wallet, inbox, and push notifications. And of course, I mentioned the passkey implementation, which provided a new, simpler, and more secure method for accessing MyGov, ensuring that security and convenience are enhanced. There are many achievements that highlight our commitment to innovation here, and these milestones represent only a small number of what's possible. So we continue to work and add to MyGov's features and usability. We have a few goals for the future of MyGov. We aim to provide a seamless, proactive, and personalised government interactions through MyGov as a single digital front door. We're focusing on live event integration, and our goal here is to offer intuitive navigation across services for major live events, ensuring that people only have to tell this work once. We're also committed to deploying cutting-edge authentication tools, robust cybersecurity frameworks, and proactive risk management, ensuring that we're protecting customer data. We're also dedicated to engaging with our diverse customers, including our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander communities, to ensure that our service design is culture. And then finally, our focus is on providing tailored digital services and additional support pathways for vulnerable communities, ensuring no one is left behind. So Services Australia is dedicated to creating a digitally connected ecosystem where technology integrates with people's needs, and whether it's the launch of cutting-edge technology or the implementation of artificial intelligence to improve service delivery, we continue to focus on continuous innovation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and I would like to inform the meeting that Ms. Christine Shannon is the Executive Director International from the Australian Public Service Commission, and apologize for my first introduction that I missed to introduce you. Thank you, Ms. Yasin, for your insightful presentation, especially share your insights of several innovative initiatives of service innovation of Australia, which may provide valuable perspective to the ACCSM member and also a new insights for our work plan development. And I believe that we will be able to resume our ACCSM dialogue partner, especially with the Australian Public Service Commission. And today's session is the link for our engagement. So I would like to open the floor for any Asian member state who, as well as the Timor-Leste, who wish to share their view, reflections, or clarifications on the informations and experience that we have just learned from Ms. Yasin. Please feel free to take the floor by indicating your interest. Please.
Yes, thank you very much for APSC for very useful information. I think that this is the best practice and example for the good service delivery, because you're concerned about what people need and you try to solve the problem of the difficulty of the people. And also, I think that about your customer satisfaction is the good way that you not provide what people need, but you also listen to feedback that people want. It's also like a good cycle for doing the public service as well. And also in terms of your application, I think technology is important. You get full information from the people, and also you have a lot of information to improve your service. That is a good practice that we should learn from APSC. Thank you so much.
Okay, Timor-Leste.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Australian Public Service Commission, for the insightful presentation and for sharing how we can leverage platforms such as Customer 360-degree, MyGov, and live event technology to better serve the public. In line with this, the government of Timor-Leste has also launched several digital platforms aimed at modernizing public administration and improving service delivery. These include, for instance, SIGAP Phone, an integrated human resource management information systems, Free Balance financial management information systems, e-tax, an online tax declaration and payment system, One-Stop Service, a public service initiative that consolidates various citizen services into a single platform, Social Security information system, digitizing registration, contributions, and benefit payments, and e-asset declaration, a system that supports transparency and accountability in the public sector. These initiatives reflect Timor-Leste's commitment to innovation and digital governance, resonating with the ASEAN Community Vision 2025 for better service delivery and aligning with regional and international standards for good governance, transparency, and efficiency. We look forward to continue and promote effective cooperation and mutual assistance in, among others, capacity building by the ASEAN member state, development partners, particularly the DFAT. Thank you.
Thank you. Brunei Darussalam.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I think thank you for the Australian Public Sector on the excellent presentation just now. So I'm just a bit curious in terms of how did Service Australia manage change management and get buy-in across multiple agencies during the early stage of implementing the MyGov just now, and then has there been any challenge in terms of reaching digitally excluded populations in Australia, and how does the MyGov respond to ensure inclusive access to the population? That's my question to the Australia. Thank you, Chair.
Is there any comment or question before? Okay. Let me have a comment and question first, and then I will give the floor back to Yasin. So allow PDO, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And also thank you, APSC Australia, for your interesting presentation. Beyond 2025, Lao PDR suggests that the APSC and the ACCSM should establish a joint initiative to co-develop the policy frameworks, a standard of practical use cases for the responsible use of data and artificial intelligence in the public service. We are confident that this partnership will enhance digital governance, support AI implementation, and strengthen the civil service capability across our region. We also believe that this activity is significant as all AMS countries are now modernizing their public service delivery, ensuring data privacy and promote transparency. By focusing the shared challenge and exchanging best practice, both parties can accelerate the safe integrate of emerging technology in the public sectors. And we believe that the Australian is well positioned for this partnership due to their strong institution capacity, the regional engagement, experience, and commitment to the digital transformation. And their leadership in public sector innovation will offer valuable insights that can help ASEAN civil service navigate their future digital futures. That's our suggestion for our future cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you. Indonesia.
Thank you, Chair. Indonesia would like to sincerely thanks to the APSG, Australian Public Service Commission, for sharing valuable insight on Australian service delivery innovation, including Customer 360-degree makeoff and live events. These initiatives are excellent example of how digital transformation combined with citizen-centric approaches can significantly enhance the effectiveness and responsiveness of public services. Indonesia acknowledges the critical importance of mainstreaming the ASEAN outlook on the Indo-Pacific, AOIP, particularly its support for the Sustainable Development Goals and alignment with the ASEAN Community Vision, as ACCSM serves as the lead sectoral body for trustworthy culture of good governance at all levels. We emphasize leveraging digitalization and good governance as key enablers. This approach aligns closely with priorities outlined in the ACCSM Work Plan 2021 to 2025 and can embed in the ACCSM Work Plan 2026 to 2030. We see great potential for deeper collaboration with the APSJ, especially in areas such as enhancing workforce competencies, building institutional capacities, and advancing public sector modernization. Given the APSJ expertise in this area, we believe that your insight and best practices could greatly benefit our efforts to foster high-performing, dynamic, and citizen-centric civil service throughout ASEAN. Indonesia is eager to explore further cooperation opportunities with the APSG, focusing on transformative leadership and strengthening interagency coordination to tackle emerging challenges in public administration will yield substantial benefits. We believe that continued knowledge exchange and joint initiative will be vital in narrowing development gaps and advancing the vision on an integrated and resilient ASEAN community that we both share. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. You have any other comment or question? Okay, so I would like to give the floor to Ms. Yasin for your response and clarification. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I have a couple of answers to questions that I took note of. One was around change management and ensuring people update MyGov. The key elements that help us ensure uptake is engaging very early with the key stakeholders when transforming a service or introducing a new service, working with our policy partners, with our community, with advocates to ensure that the service meets their needs, to ensure that their views are taken into account. And of course, there's a big education element to educate the public and educate stakeholders on the service, the benefits, how to use it, and providing extra support when needed. On digital inclusivity, we have a big focus in terms of ensuring our digital services are inclusive and accessible. However, we also have a big other pathways for people who can't access digital services. So we have telephony, we have face-to-face centres where people can come and access our services if they're not able to access digital services. We also have a big program where we are educating people who want to access digital services but aren't able to at this stage. So in our service centres, there are staff who can sit with our customers and who can show them how to access their digital services online. So maybe in the first instance, they have to come and talk to us, but in the future, they can self-service digitally themselves. So there's a number of avenues that we take to ensure that we are reducing the digital divide, but also providing support to people who may never get.
Thank you. And Ms. Christine and Ms. Yasin, do you have any last comment before we conclude this open sessions?
Yes, thank you, Chair. And I would also like to thank Law. And I just wanted to clarify, the Australian Public Service Commission cannot take any credit for amazing work that Services Australia does, and its frontline online delivery. So we are actually different agencies. So whilst the Australian Public Service Commission is quite small, Services Australia is our sort of key department that has that frontline it's exchange with the Australian public and all of us, the Australian citizens. So that's why we've actually brought in Law Services Australia today, because they are the experts in our service delivery across the Australian Public Service and all those innovations that we spoke about. So just wanted to clarify that. We can't take any credit for that. So Chair, is this also, I know you wanted us to talk about an exchange of views on possible cooperation, and I know we've already heard from a couple of your members just now about some of their areas of interest, so thank you very much for that. Do you have time for me to speak a little bit more about that, or are you constrained for time?
Yes, please go ahead, please.
Thank you. So we understand from your agenda that over the next couple of days you are going to be looking at the next 5-year work plan for the ACCSM. I don't know how it's going to change from your 2021 to 2025 priority areas, but we're certainly aware of your priority areas in the current work plan, and we think that there's a lot of strong alignment with the key priorities for our government's public service. So I just wanted to, I thought that I would just reference what those priorities are in sort of alignment with what the key priorities are for your current work plan. I'll just quickly go through that to see, I'm hoping that's helpful for members to identify what of what we're doing you might be interested in. So I'll just put up a slide. I've just got one slide that I'm going to talk to. I'll try to go through it quite quickly so that if anyone else, any other members in the room, if they wanted to just say now what they might be interested in. Otherwise, of course, we have continuous engagement with the ACCSM, so you can always let us know afterwards. So if we just go to that next slide. So I don't know if everybody can see that, but I will just talk through it. So your priority area about enhancing workforce competencies. In 2019, the Australian Government had an independent review of our public service, and that review made 2 important observations linked to workforce competencies, that there was a need to increase the workforce planning capability and also establish a whole of Australian Public Service workforce strategy. So we've been doing a lot of work on that. They also identified a need for a consolidated approach to learning and development across the public service, which identified those essential or core skills needed to be a better public servant. So we have done a lot of work developing and implementing the Australian Public Service Workforce Strategy to 2025, which looks at a view across the whole of the Australian Public Service about our immediate and longer-term workforce challenges. So that's about, we've done a lot of work about how do we want to attract, build, retain expertise and the skills and capabilities required to undergo the transformation that's needed across the public service. We've also introduced a networked learning model and launched the Australian Public Service Academy to have a look at developing that capability that's required. And we've also launched an APS professions framework which supports staff from across the Australian Public Service in specific work streams. And at the moment that includes specific work streams in human resources, digital and data. And finally, we've also prioritised promoting a pro integrity culture, releasing foundational e-learning integrity training and developing an integrity masterclass for our senior leadership. Some of that might be of interest to members. Then on the second priority, which I heard mentioned by Indonesia, about building institutional capacity, we have continued to develop and refine this model under what's known as our mobility framework, which basically is public service to allow staff mobility and career opportunities. Then the third priority under your work plan, transformative leadership. We've led significant reform efforts in this area. And the key to that is building a leadership pipeline for public service, including succession planning. And we have leader-led talent councils who oversee those processes and ensure there's a strong and diverse pool of talent. The fourth priority, strengthening the ASEAN resource centres. As some of you might know, the ACCSM works directly with the ASEAN Secretariat to build the capability in the Secretariat and support their role. And we really value this relationship and appreciate being able to engage with the ASEAN Secretariat and the ACCSM at these types of events. And we certainly, attend to a lot of your other workshops and have found the exchange of information really worthwhile. We've learned a lot from you. And we've hosted study visits. Some of you may have been involved in the study visit we hosted at the end of 2023. It was titled Positioning the Workforce of the Future, and we spoke about a whole host of different areas such as trust and transparency, attracting and retaining talent, workforce planning, and the use of artificial intelligence. And we're hoping to host one of those, a small study visit in Canberra, hopefully by the end of this year, but we'll be talking to the ASEAN Secretary about that proposal, and they will explore with all of you what your different needs and interests are. I think I might leave it there. There's that last priority area about public sector reform. We've had a huge APS reform agenda. We've embedded 59 reform initiatives across our workforce is about 185,000. So there's a lot of work we've done there, that there might be some lessons learned across that you might be interested in us sharing with you. So, Chair, that's what I just wanted to outline. As I said, I know that you're developing your new work plan. And as you progress that, we're very happy to continue to collaborate with you and support the work that you're doing.
Thank you, Ms. Kristen. Firstly, on behalf of the Asian Member State ACCSM, we would like to thank for your interest, the Australian Public Service Commission, your interest in our meeting today, and especially you brought in the Service Australia to share the important initiative for our insightful idea. And also, thank you for sharing the outline of the APIC reform recently with the our 2021 to 2025 work plan. And I believe that we will continue this engagement together with between the ACCSM and the APIC. For Cambodia as a chair of the 23rd ACCSM, and together with the Asian Secretariat and all the AMS here, we will continue and find a way how we can work together with the APIC, how we can support each other in for the next 5 years in our new work plan. So thank you very much for joining us today. So we shall now proceed to the agenda item 7, the other matter. At this point in the meeting, I would like to open the floor for any additional matter that delegations may wish to raise or discuss, which have not yet been covered under the previous agenda items. ASEAN Member State and ASEAN Secretariat are kindly invited to take the floor. Should there be any announcement, proposal, or update, and you would like to share with the meeting, please feel free to indicate your interest. So if you don't have anything, we would move to the agenda item X, consideration and adoption of the report of the preparatory meeting on the 23rd ACSM. As per established practice, the draft report of this preparatory meeting will be prepared and circulated by the ASEAN Secretariat within 2 weeks, following the conclusion of our meeting. Accordingly, the report will be adopted at referendum, and member states are kindly requested to review the document upon receipt and provide any comment or input within the specific timeline. I trust that all delegations will give their kind attention to the draft report to ensure that it accurately reflects the discussion and outcome of our meeting today. Distinguished delegate, the representative from the ASEAN Secretariat, ladies and gentlemen, before I proceed with my final closing remark, I would like to extend the floor to our esteemed colleague from Timor-Leste. If you have any remarks within our meeting here, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. His Excellency Chair, Mr. Chun Soke, Secretary General, General Secretariat of Public Administration Reform Committee, Ministry of Civil Service, His Excellency Vice Chair, Mr. Haryono Dwi Prasantro, Excellencies, distinguished senior official of ASEAN member states, Madam Rodora Babarang, Director of Human Development of the ASEAN Secretariat, esteemed delegates, ladies and gentlemen. It is a distinct honor for me to be here today representing the Civil Service Commission of the Democratic Republic of Timor-Leste at this important preparatory meeting of the 23rd ASEAN Conference on ASEAN Civil Service Matters, ACCSM. On behalf of the Timorese delegation, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to the government of Cambodia and the Ministry of Civil Service for their warm hospitality and for the excellent arrangements made for this meeting. We commend Cambodia's leadership in hosting this significant event and facilitating our shared pursuit on innovation and excellence in public service. We have found the agenda of this meeting to be highly relevant and informative in setting the stage for tomorrow's seniors official meeting. We particularly appreciate the comprehensive presentation of Cambodia's roadmap, which is well-structured and responsive to emerging issues and challenges in the civil service. Timor-Leste appreciates of the updates shared by ASEAN member states on the progress of the ACCSM Work Plan 2021-2025, particularly on the projects and programs, data collection, and ensuring the effective implementation of civil service reform in line with the ongoing reforms in Timor-Leste. In this regard, allow me to briefly share that Timor-Leste recently launched its Public Administration Reform Plan 2023-2028, led by the Civil Service Commission and aligned with the 9 Constitutional Governments Program. This plan emphasizes institutional capacity building, professional development, and delivering citizen-centric public services. A key component of this reform is the introduction of SIGAP phone and integrated human resource management information system. This digital platform streamlines personnel record management, enhances transparency in the recruitment and promotion processes, and supports data-driven human resource planning across the public administration. We are confident that through continued cooperation and knowledge sharing with the ACCSM, we can collectively build a more resilient, responsive, and future-ready civil service for our region. Thank you very much. Obrigada, Wayne.
Thank you, Madam Mary, the representative of the Timor-Leste, for your kind words and continuous commitment to deepening cooperation with ASEAN in the area of civil service development. Now, allow me to deliver the final closing remark of the preparatory meeting of the 23rd ACCSM. Distinguished delegates, as we conclude today's preparatory meeting, I would like to express my sincerest gratitude to all of you for your active engagement, valuable insights, and strong spirit of collaboration throughout our deliberations. This meeting marks a significant point of our journey, We have jointly reviewed the implementation of the ACCSM and ACCSM Plus 3 Work Plan 2021 to 2025, initiate discussion on the next 5-year plan, and highlight the importance of innovation and adaptability in enhancing civil service cooperation across ASEAN. We also appreciate the constructive exchange with the Australian Public Service Commission, and we hope to continue fostering meaningful partnership with dialogue and development partners in the year ahead. As Cambodia is officially assumed the chairmanship of the 23rd ACCSM, I would take this opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to working closely with all ASEAN member states, Timor-Leste, and the ASEAN Secretariat in advancing our shared objectives. Under the theme Innovation for Better Service Delivery, we aspire to make our civil service more responsive, inclusive, and forward-looking, better equipped to meet the evolving expectations of our citizens. Better service delivery is not just about efficiency. It is about building trust, strengthening governance, and improving the quality of life for all people across our region. I also wish to thank the ASEAN Secretariat for their continued support and coordinations, and all delegations of their hard work, dedication, and constructive spirit which have made this meeting a success. With this, I now declare the preparatory meeting of the 23rd ASEAN Cooperation on Civil Service Matter officially closed. I thank you all once again, and now hand the floor over to the Master of Ceremony to proceed with the next arrangement. Thank you.